Well, welcome back to the Real Estate Roundtable podcast. I'm here with Adam Erwin, who wrote a book, Lessons from Coach. Adam, tell us just a little bit about, high level, what is this book about?
This book is a 6-year social experiment where I hopped on planes to anywhere just so I could interview the passenger next to me on the plane. And then I wrote about the life lesson that I learned from each person, because everybody has something they can teach us. So Lessons from Coach, Coach being a reference to the back of the plane. Lessons from Coach is just a series of interviews introducing you to 22 amazing people that I got a chance to interview. And also chronicling just the 6-year awesome journey of the trips. It was so much fun.
Well, you just blew up the room presentation. It was amazing listening to you. And we'll obviously share the recording. I think that was super cool. But the lessons that you kind of shared today, it can stem into a lot of different industries.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like one of the things I was like, whoa, that really hit me hard. And I have it written down. But could you say, like, from a real estate perspective, right, and what your perception is, how can like the lessons that you've learned in the book kind of relate to more of a real estate aspect?
It's interesting, the world that we find ourselves in today, where people are on their phone more, human interaction is less, and we may find it to be an obstacle because everywhere we go, people are on their phones, their headphones are in, they don't seem like they want to be bothered, and human interaction can feel like a bother. So when you go out into the world and you're in real estate, people maybe don't feel as approachable as they used to be. The reality is that we all have a deep human need for actual human connection. And we've made this trade convenience at the cost of connection.
Convenience at the cost of connection.
So we do all the stuff on our phone. We order coffee from our phone. We don't talk to people. We order food and have it delivered. We order packages and have them delivered. Everything is convenient, but we're missing all the human connection that would otherwise normally be installed in our life. So for any realtor, for anybody in the real estate business, I think it's important to realize that every human still has the need to connect. So there's no need to be afraid of trying to connect with people, because actually there's a huge need that you're meeting. It's amazing what all the data and all the research shows about all the loneliness and depression, and how there's such a deep need for humans just to be acknowledged by other humans. And if you're present, and if you're intentional, and if you're just available to the people in your path, that availability creates an opportunity to meet a need that they don't even know they have sometimes. So just being present for people, all of a sudden they love you because they're like, oh yeah, like it feels good to interact with people because they're not getting enough interaction.
And it's almost like we have to retrain ourselves a little bit.
Right.
Because we got so used to, this, or like you said, they go into the gym with the headphones in. It's like, I'm avoiding people at all costs.
Right.
Right. I don't want to pick up the phone because I don't know who they are. Right. I only text.
Right.
Right. It doesn't work. So there's a lot of lessons in this, but can we just talk about the rule of one?
The rule of one. And
now.
Yes.
Start with that one. The rule of one. Share with what that is.
The rule of one is every time I go out into the world, coffee shop, for example, the rule of one is I'm going to say something kind to someone or ask someone a question about themselves. I'm going to pick one person and either say something kind or ask them a question. I will not leave until I've done that. So I'm going to pick one person, say something kind or ask them a question. It has been transformational. It has been so awesome. I can't believe how much fun I have in the world now just because of rule of one.
I love that. So what would be a question that you'd ask me? We just randomly meet at a coffee shop.
Sure. So
let's play the game just a quick second.
I just saw on your left arm you have an orange bracelet.
Yep.
So in fact, you have two bracelets. You have a black one and an orange one.
Yep.
And so people tend to gravitate toward observational things. So I would say, I see you have an orange bracelet. Does that have a certain meaning for you?
Unfortunately, no. I just like the color. No. I'll go a little bit deeper. So we always tell people when we go to a home to put something like orange in the home.
Oh, sure.
Right? Because it draws attention.
Right.
And so part of it is probably that it draws attention.
Right.
Right. And I like orange.
Sure.
And it kind of correlates to the real estate side of orange.
So But even still in that, we just laughed because actually, no. This means nothing to me. I'm just wearing it. This is a physical prop that has no bearing on my life. Like, but we just laughed.
Yes.
A nice, fun, even that little exchange.
Yep.
If we're at a coffee shop and you walk your way laughing and I walk my way laughing, cool.
Like, how better are both of our lives because of it?
Right. But it's amazing how in the book, I mentioned someone that had a bracelet and they have children with autism. And he launched into this amazing story about his kids and about how raising children with autism has transformed their family, has made their marriage stronger. I got all this because I asked about a bracelet. So you're not going to bat 1,000 on this stuff.
No.
So bracelets aren't magic per se.
Well, it can be because the one with the lion.
I see that.
There's a lion in Africa that I can track on my phone.
Okay.
With an app that has to coincide with you buy this bracelet.
Oh, sure.
So you can see where this lion is and its path and where it's been and stuff like that. It's whatever. But I didn't buy it for that reason. No, but it was a gift.
Cool.
From a client.
Yeah, that's an awesome gift.
That was a photographer in Africa, and she was out there taking pictures. Famous,
that's amazing.
There's an amazing story behind that one. Yep.
Yeah. So 1 for 2, but even still, but just the attempt of it.
Yep.
If I ask someone about their bracelet, I've given them a chance to be seen. One time, probably 6 months ago, I'm at a Starbucks and a woman has a Bible on her table. And it's just her. And as I'm walking by, rule of one, I'm like, hey, is that what you're reading today? Because I hear it's a bestseller.
I love that.
And she goes, yeah. And so it turns into 40 minutes. I sit down with her. She's telling me about what she's reading. She tells me where she goes to church. She's in the choir, all this kind of stuff. I find out what she does for a living. She doesn't have any kids. She's never been married. I get the whole scope on this woman. And she goes, you know what? It's 5 p.m. and you're the only human I've talked to today.
Wow.
Because rule of one. Because I asked her a question about the book on her table.
Wow.
And a lot of the interactions that I've had because of rule of one have been like that. We're on a tight time frame, so that was our line.
So, we can edit that part out.
But even better if we don't.
No, even better if we don't, right? So I know you got to go, but let's say, to wrap it up. So if somebody wanted to read the book and get the book, where would you send them and how would they get it?
There are a few places. First, I would send them to lessonsfromcoach.com.
Okay.
Because if you do that, I'll sign it, I'll send it.
That's nice, yeah. That's cool.
You could go to Amazon if you want Amazon to get half the money.
Yeah, I'd rather you get it.
So it would, as a self-publisher, it'd be great, but if people are in love with convenience and Amazon is the thing that, so it's available on Amazon. It's available on Kindle if you're a Kindle reader. Lessonsfromcoach.com is the only place to get an autographed copy.
Okay.
So they can do that if they like to.
Perfect. Well, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
It was an honor.
Was, amazing day today.
We had so much fun, seriously.
So much fun.
That was so good.
Love it.